So it's been 3 days since Assassin's Creed Mirage's release, and after playing the game for over 10 hours, I decided to make a quick review up until that point to give you my mid-game review to share my thoughts. Obviously this video will be spoiler free, so if you're not sure about buying Assassin's Creed Mirage, this video might be just for you. Okay, so firstly we got to address that Assassin's Creed, the Assassin's Creed franchise in general, was in a very weird spot before this game. Because you did have those RPG games, but a lot of hardcore Assassin's Creed fans, myself included, were not the greatest fans, especially of Valhalla. So this game tried to go more into the roots of Assassin's Creed. If they were able to do that, I would definitely say that they made a great job when it comes to incorporating the old school techniques and mechanics into this new gen modern game. So now firstly we got to mention that the open world of Assassin's Creed Mirage is different from the last 3 games. While in earlier Assassin's Creed titles we used to have one location or one city, in the last 3 games we had huge open worlds with gigantic landscapes. But in Mirage we have the big city of Baghdad with some outer villages and deserts. And the first very positive point that I found from playing the game is that the city really feels alive. In Assassin's Creed Valhalla, oftentimes it was quite empty and the game didn't feel real and full somehow. But in Mirage it's the exact contrary. There are so many NPCs. If you have your headphones on, it literally feels like you were in the city yourself, and it really feels like they emphasized that part more. And I mean, the game isn't as big as the other ones, so they obviously have to up the quality of the locations that we do have in the game. And roaming through Baghdad and just being in the city, I really have to say that it feels very alive and vibrant for me. And the city also allows you to finally be a real assassin. It kind of feels like your playground where you have various options of parkour, all different angles and streets to visit. And Baghdad really feels like a city that was actually made for assassins. And running away while guards are chasing me and just experiencing the parkour in all its glory was very enjoyable after such a long break. Because in Valhalla, for me at least, the parkour felt really sloppy and very slow, and I immediately noticed that they really worked on the parkour of Assassin's Creed Mirage. I don't think that it's quite on the level of AC Unity, but it's definitely up there and it's the right step in the right direction. Now when it comes to bugs, I didn't really experience much of them, just some smaller things, like for example once I was unable to hear the voices of the characters. So I'll just play a clip here so you know what I mean. But after restarting the game, that bug was also gone. And other than that, I really didn't have any technical issues. The game runs very smoothly and all the mechanics and the movement is very fluid. Now obviously this video is spoiler free, but what I will say is that in the game you learn more about the assassins and there's a bigger emphasis on the assassins as a group than in Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Valhalla combined. And in addition to that, they've also added some old mechanics from earlier games, like the ability to eavesdrop guards for example, in order to hear some important information. And another huge advantage and huge plus point of Assassin's Creed Mirage is that it finally encourages you to be stealthy, to be a real assassin. And I learned that very early because the guards, they do a lot of damage in the game, Like while in Valhalla it was kind of encouraged to go full force and to just massacre through all the guards and kill hundreds of enemies, here it's really encouraged to be more stealthy and the game is developed that way. And I have to say that I'm so glad they finally did that, because I really missed that in the last couple of games. So after playing Assassin's Creed Mirage for over 10 hours, I have to say that I'm very, very pleased to have bought this game this early. Because it really feels like, and it's not just because they said it, it really feels like we're going back to the roots and for me into the right direction. Besides the minor bugs and the voice of Roshan that you will have to deal with.
Noor was in contact with someone named Beshi. A name I recognize as one of Ali's closest allies within the rebel collective.
I mean, she kind of sounds like a troll from The Lord of the Rings, but in all fairness, you will get used to that. Assassin's Creed Mirage really is the game that I wanted for Assassin's Creed in that stage that we are with the franchise. So if you're thinking about buying the game, I can definitely recommend it, and obviously I'll be making a full-on review in the upcoming weeks when I finish the whole game, but as of now I'm definitely very surprised of how good this game actually is. Alright guys, that was it from me in today's video. I hope you have an amazing day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.